This is going to be a rant, but I want to talk about this particular subject. But first things first, I do this for me, for venting purposes, and if you don't like it, please get the fuck off my channel. I'm not looking for any praise, no accolades. Now, back to the subject at hand. I want to talk about this particular topic or issue. I never really talked about it, but I'm gonna talk about it now. I was watching a video by Corey Holcomb, a YouTube video by Corey Holcomb, and in the clip he was talking about why females lie about their body counts and all that stuff. And I'm just gonna break the ice with this bullshit, but it's the truth though. I'm gonna bring the icebreaker. It's both sides, both males and females. Both males and females lie about their body count. On one hand, you have females that lie about their body count. They will say that, I only had maybe four bodies, but in actuality, they had about 40 male partners, and vice versa. When it comes to men want to say that, I had 20 bodies, throughout my years, or 30 bodies, but kind of found out they only had maybe one or two sexual partners. You get what I'm saying? It's asinine to me. Why both parties have to lie about their body count. But I understand to some degree when it comes to females. The reason why they lie about their body count is because they don't want to be labeled as a whore or a harlot. So they try to, preserve their so-called purity with lies and all that stuff, and vice versa. And vice versa when it comes to the men, they don't want to be, deemed as a loser or weirdo or not a conqueror just because they have a very low body count. So by them exaggerating their body count number, they're deemed as a player or some sort of pimp or a conqueror, So that's basically you're a real man's man if you conquered all types of different women. That type of facade, but I digress on that, man. But overall, though, man, both sides, both males and females, lie about their body count, and I think and once you really think about it, it's foolish. It's a bunch of foolishness and nonsense because when you're older, you shouldn't be thinking about stuff like that. You mean that shouldn't, when you, as an older person, whether you're male or female, those type of topics are way behind you. Now, when you're young, like in your teenage years, in your early 20s, yeah, that's going to count. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be important to you when you're young, in your teenage years, and in your early 20s, like 21 and all that shit. That's considered, somewhat important. But once you hit your 30s and 40s, especially your 40s, man, that shit don't even matter. What really matters is yourself. What really matters is yourself and your family. Shit like that. But when you're younger, those type of foolish, nonsense topics as far as body count, that matters when you're younger. But when you're older, not so much. But I'm just I just want to talk about that little, talk about that topic. I just wanted to talk about this little topic a little bit, I just want to talk about it because, it's been on my mind for a long time, but I never really discussed it, about how both parties, both males and females, lie about their body count, But I understand to some degree because you have one side that wants to protect their purity, which the females, and you got the other side that wants to be deemed as a player or a conqueror. That's the male side. But overall, it's a bunch of nonsense, man. It's all about how you are as an individual, It's all about how you carry yourself out here in this society, and, it's all about your character, and that's about it for the most part. And that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. But here's the thing, though, in my honest opinion. If people over the age of 40 still talk about body counts, then that says something about their maturity. That means that they haven't matured at all for the most part. If people in their 40s still talk about body counts, they haven't really matured like that. They still in that immature phase. And you have to stay away from people like that. That's just my honest opinion. But that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, man. So, thank you so much and have a good day.